London was like any place that I had ever been to before, and the morning that I arrived at Miss Minchin's boarding school was particularly cold. The morning sun was not enough to lift the chill from the streets, and the mist from the river blended with the smoke of countless chimneys to form a thick yellow fog that permeated the air. Miss Minchin's boarding school was a big, dull brick house, exactly like all the others that lined the street. The only difference was the brass plate on the front door that read, Miss Minchin's Select Seminary for Young Ladies, in big black letters. As I entered the school, Miss Minchin stood at the door waiting for me. Her black hair was fading to gray, but her eyes were sharp and her jaw was set at an angle that made her seem quick to snap at a moment's notice. She was wearing a long black frock with a white collar, accented at the top with a red ribbon. "Welcome, Tori," she says as she ushers me inside. "All of your classmates are inside waiting to meet you. We have girls of all ages that attend our institution, but we keep our class sizes small to allow for the personalized attention befitting of your rank. You will be attending class with the girls most closest to you in age." I just nod, taking everything in around me. The floors were dark wood, and the cream-colored walls looked as though they had been painted and repainted at least a dozen times before. Miss Minchin leads me into a classroom that is set with 9 long desks with brown benches set behind each one. "Girls, we have a new student joining us today," Miss Minchin announces as she adjusts the tight bun on top of her head. "Her name is Miss Tori Grabiner, and she only recently arrived in England, so you must all make her feel welcome." "Hi," I say quietly, and my response is met with a chorus of gently murmured greetings. "This is Miss Lavinia Herbert." She gestures to a girl wearing a long purple dress, her slick black hair pushed out of her face by a gold headband. She gives her head a slight toss to the side as she responds to my introduction. "Charmed." "This is Miss Ermengarde St. John." A girl wearing a green smock over a pale white blouse does a small curtsy. Her blonde hair is tied into 2 braids on either side of her head that slide off her shoulders as she stands back up. "And Miss Jessie Abbott." A girl wearing a pink dress covered in colorful bows stands and says, "We're very pleased to meet you." She had long, wavy red hair that trailed all the way down to the back of her thighs, and I couldn't help but wonder how long she spent each day trying to care for it. "It's very nice to meet all of you," I say, trying not to feel as awkward and out of place as I feel. Tori's husband, Hieronymous Grabiner, is ascending to the rank of a viscount, which will very soon make Tori a viscountess, she continues. "I expect you will all be very agreeable to her. Now, Tori, take your seat. Lord Grabiner has informed me how much you enjoy your studies, and I expect you to be a credit to this establishment." "Yes, Miss Minchin," I say as I slip into one of the free benches. As Miss Minchin turns around, I can immediately hear a chorus of whispers behind me. "Did you hear her accent?" Lavinia whispers. "Hush," Jessie whispers back. "And her hair is such a funny color," Lavinia continues. "Who in their right mind would do such a thing to their hair?" "Well, she isn't pretty as other people are, but there has to be something about her to attract the attention of a viscount," Jessie whispers back. "Girls," Miss Minchin snaps, "kindly pay attention to your lessons." "Yes, Miss Minchin." As she starts to write on the blackboard in front of her, I can't help but sigh. Hieronymus had warned me that many Europeans look down on Americans, but I had been hoping that maybe people here would be more friendly towards me. Even if they only wanted to be friends with me because of my new noble status, at least that would be something. At least this was only for 1 year. Anyone could put up with anything for 1 year, couldn't they? So that brings the second installment of the Magical Diaries of Tori Brown Grabiner to a close. The third part of the story, the Misanthrope and his Viscountess, is going to be up shortly, if it's not already up. I have some other stories that I started and then put on pause so that I could finish this story, so I'm going to be getting to them before I start the next part. Just like this part, that the third part, the last part, will again have close to 100 chapters. I'm still writing it. I'm at chapter 77 right now, and it's winding to a close. So if you're listening, I just want to say thank you to everyone that supported me and who's liked the story, who's commented. This story was started over 5 years, almost 6 years now come January. So that's absolutely crazy to think that I've been working on the story for literally 6 years. But I'm just glad that everyone likes it, and I hope the story means as much to you as it does to me. So the next part of the story will pick up just like how Back to the Top, the first chapter, was a reflection and a continuation of the cracks in her memories. The next chapter is going to start off with the same introduction of Tori being introduced to the school, and then there'll be another part below that. Again, you can always read the story and the chapters that I have posted on Archive of Our Own with the link below in the description. And yeah, thank you for listening. The next part of the story will be up soon. Please subscribe, like, comment, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.